Kai Cenat had some things to say about Drake's latest Iceman stream. Here we go.
Biggest waste of my fucking time of all time. The biggest waste of my goddamn. RP to Armani. RP to Armani. RP to Armani.
He's like stressed out right now in the video.
I can see him.
Yo, I can't fake it. I can't fake it. That was ass. I can't fake it. Can't fake it. I actually can't fake it. I actually can't fake it. That was so ass.
There you have it, folks. Straight from Kai Cenat himself. And Drake released a couple songs or teased a couple songs on that stream, by the way. Some have come out, some have not.
Okay.
Because he does the thing where he drives around and plays the music. So there was a song with him and Party Next Door that was released. Okay, so there's something called Doghouse came out today. That's not what I was looking for.
Okay.
But there was a song with Party and somebody else that was released, and he also played a song as well. Okay, so the song that was released is Somebody Loves Me Part 2.
Okay.
It's Drake, Party Next Door, and Cash Cobain.
Okay.
And then it looks like today, Tuesday, when we're recording this, he also released another song called, let's go back to Drake, called Doghouse, featuring Julia Wolf and Yeet. I think that was also played on the stream because there was something mentioned about Yeet on the stream. So we paused the pod for a minute and we went and listened to a little bit of Doghouse, which was released today. Doghouse, yes, was also played during the stream.
During the stream. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot here because we started with Kai Cenat, so I don't want to. I don't want to ignore
Can't
that.
dismiss that.
No, we can't just miss that, and I'm gonna get to that. The first thing I'm gonna say is just since we're talking about the song in particular, my brain wasn't prepared to hear that. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't like it. I just wasn't expecting it. It just kind of caught me off guard.
Doghouse.
I have to process. I don't know if I like that or not. I also feel like Drake specifically sounds like Drake has sounded before. And it's not to say, I say it all the time, I don't think there's anything wrong with artists following a formula or artists making music that is cohesive across their catalog. I think there are a lot of artists who consistently sound like themselves throughout their career. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. However, this to me sounds like he just made a song that is the same as a song he's made before. I don't even know what song that is, but what I do know is that it sounds very much like something. It sounds unoriginal. It doesn't sound inventive. It doesn't sound innovative in any way. It doesn't sound like there was any particular creativity involved in it. And of course, he's Drake. He's an artist. Forget about him being Drake. He's an artist. Anything he does involves some sort of creativity in creating it. I don't want to make it sound like I'm just... Who am I to say that Drake's song is not great or Drake wasn't creative when I myself do not make music? I don't think that's the right way to approach it, but yeah, it just sounded the same to me. I don't know if you have any thoughts on the song before we go back to Kai.
I think in response to what you said, who are you? You're a person with ears. You're a person who listens to a lot of music, and you're a person who also listened to Drake throughout the years. And so I think that gives you an idea of what Drake is capable of, what Drake can do, where is Drake comfortable, Where's Drake trying to go? Where has Drake gone before? I think you've heard almost every Drake album, if not every Drake album. So I think you have a really good idea of Drake, his capabilities, his catalog, all of the above, which means I think you're okay. I think it's okay to chime in on those things. Also, I think we are doing a podcast where we critique music, and so that's also who you are. Um, and you're a Drake fan as well. And so all of those things I think are reasons to be able to critique Drake. I'm not saying
Can
you're
I
the
still be
biggest
called
Drake
that?
fan on the planet. Yeah, I think it's okay to be a fan and have problems with the artists you're fans of. I've
Mm.
discussed that before. I don't think any artist puts out I don't think any fan loves everything from the artist they're a fan of. I think that's
That's not
bullshit. I think if you say that, if anybody's like, yeah, I love everything that artist A does, then you're probably full of shit. Because there's very likely something, at least one thing they did that you didn't like, whether it was an ad lib or a skit or a collaboration or an album, whatever. And so I don't think fan and stan are the same. Um, I think it's okay to be a fan and not love every single thing that they've done. I use Jay-Z a lot as my example. I am a huge Jay-Z fan, but I do not love everything that Jay-Z has done musically these last couple of years. Um,
Mhm.
and I think that's okay. It doesn't mean you hate Jay-Z or you're a hater. It means you're being realistic. And that's really how fans are supposed to be, right? Anyway, I think yeah, this is very formulaic. This sounds like plenty of Drake we've heard before. This sounds like the easy thing for Drake to do, and so he's doing the thing that's easy for him. Whether you like it or love it,
Mhm.
that's up to you as the consumer, as the listener. But for me, I just feel like, oh, okay, you're doing that again. Okay, cool. That's not the Drake I like. So anytime I hear that kind of stuff, I'm not really happy, but I'm not sad because I know that that's something he does. So I
Yeah.
prefer introspective Drake. I prefer timestamp Drake. That's not what we're getting here. So for me, this is fine. If you know, this is just part of what Drake does.
Yeah.
My worry is that we've gotten a couple of these in a row from Drake now, and so I'm wondering what is this Iceman project going to sound like? Um, because these three songs or four songs that have been released, they're all kind of outsidey, party kind of songs. Um, and that's fine if that's what he's going to release. But I'm curious, what is this going to sound like? Because this is what, four songs now? Because there's two or three songs that were on this stream, so
Hmm.
we got to be at song 4 or 5 by now.
Something like that. Yeah.
And they've all kind of been in a similar sound, in a similar vibe, in the sense that they are specific types of records. I'm not saying each record is the same exact record. I'm saying he's
Hmm.
going for a certain demo with those songs.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine if that's what he's going to do, but it does make me curious, what is the rest of this going to sound like? Because if it's 12 or 15 outside party type songs, I'm probably not going to be the person that's going to enjoy it.
I said that's what he needed to do. So maybe he will do that. I'm in
Mhm.
full support of that. I think he needs to reel the people back in. And by the people, I don't mean you. I think he needs
Oh,
to
I listen.
the people.
I'm with
The
you.
people. I think. I think the core. I think his fans are still his fans. I don't think that anybody just was like, "Oh, I hate Drake now." I think there's a lot fewer people who hate Drake now than there are those who still follow him and still like him. But I think that he lost a battle. I know we've been saying it till we're blue in the face, but we have to acknowledge that that's part of his trajectory now. He lost this huge battle. It catapulted his opponent, and he's kind of been in this weird space where he's trying to find his footing again. And to me, not really to I don't even want to say that it's not really helping. I think that What Did I Miss plays on the radio all the time. Like I think that people are liking what he's doing right now, and I'm in full support of what he's doing right now. I made it very clear that I think that he is going in the right direction. Like get people excited about you again. Get people to forget that and start talking about something new and start talking about something fresh that you're doing. So I like that he's just doing the streaming thing. What I do not like as a fan, I do not want to keep getting Lucy's from Drake. I'm tired of getting singles or whatever these are from Drake. I don't mind the streams, but I just don't. That's not how I want to listen to Drake. I don't want to keep getting a random song every couple of weeks. That's annoying to me. Maybe it's not annoying to other
Okay.
people. It's very annoying to me. Release the album, please. Just release the album so that I can listen to it as a full body of work. Because honestly, listening to a song that's probably going to be somewhere in the middle of the album, out of context, outside of the actual album, is probably not getting me to like that song better. For me, someone like me, if you give me a cohesive body of work and I can listen to it, I might actually hear some of these songs better than I do outside of the album. That's just
Yeah,
me.
I think you're in the yeah, I think you're in the minority with that. I think that, well, where I'm not a Drake fan, I do understand that marketing is building up a buzz, and if this is how he's choosing to do it, and the numbers are clearly there on the streams, which we'll get to in a minute, but if the numbers are there and people are tuning in because they want to hear those songs, and they want to be the first people to hear those songs, then building up a buzz for the album is working. And I think that that's what he needs to do right now. Um, Besides drop great music, I don't think we've gotten the great music. That's my personal opinion, but I think, yeah, this is how you market it to the point where you are building anticipation for the project to be released. Um,
I just
Kai
don't want an
Cenat hates
album
the
of a bunch
stream.
of songs. I'm sorry. Sorry.
No, go.
I was just gonna say I just don't want an album of songs, a bunch of songs I've already heard.
I think it gets tricky if you're gonna do it so often, right? Which is where I was going. So Kai Cenat says he hates the streams. I see people reacting to the fact that the streams are mostly silent until he starts writing around playing the music. And people feel like it's a waste of time. I'm not the person who's gonna watch these streams, so I cannot say much more than what I've heard. But if that's his streaming style, then you either got to take it or leave it, or wait until the songs are released a day or so later. As the person who's a Drake fan, um, I think that if that's what's working for Drake and that's the lane he wants to go in, then that's cool. But I don't think having celebrities pop up in silence or in little skit type stuff on the stream is enough
Mm-hmm.
to battle the real streamers. If that's his game, I don't know, that's what he's trying to do, but I do think if you're going to be streaming regularly and releasing music regularly,
Mm-hmm.
then you got to figure out how you want to do that. Because yeah, if I agree with you in the sense that, okay, it's now been 3 streams and 4 or 5 songs. I don't know how many more of these you could do and put out the project, because they've got to leave something for later, right? It's like having a movie trailer that, watching the trailer, oh, I just watched the whole movie. Like, you
Yeah.
get to a point when you watch like you watch like the teaser trailer, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, all right, that was nice. I can't wait to see more. Then they drop the official trailer, and you're like, okay, I'm sold. Let's watch the movie. But then they keep dropping trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer. And then it's
Yeah.
like the movie comes out in 2 weeks and you feel like I saw the whole movie. I think I agree with you on this piece. If Drake is not careful, there will be people who feel like, oh, I already heard the whole thing. I don't need to listen to it together. Especially because they're being released as well. Now, if you just let people hear them on the streams, but you were not putting them out on the streaming platforms, then that might be more helpful, because then people will go back to the streams and go back to,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, at minute 33, he played Blue Shirt. Oh, okay, I want to hear Blue Shirt. Let me go back to minute 33. But if it's
Which is
on the
probably what she should
DSPs,
have
right. So I think moving forward, he has some things to consider as far as
done.
releasing the music. Hassan, I hated the stream. We didn't
He
talk
did
about
hate the
it. I'll let you
stream.
go first.
He hated the stream. I told you this off pod, but I actually tried to tune into the stream. I got there. The stream started at 9. I think I clicked on the stream at about 9:15.
Okay.
It was in fact silent. He was
Hmm.
walking down a hallway, and then he's in a restaurant. Looks like a Chinese food restaurant. Some white men are now in the scene. I don't remember how they got there, but they were there. And he sits down and he starts talking to them, or talking to at least one of them. And there's no sound. And I am so agitated. I am so
Yeah.
agitated by this. Because what did I miss? You know? What did I just walk into? And why is there no sound?
Oh my God.
Now, this is the first time I've tried to tune in, so now you're validating what I thought in saying that, a lot of it is silent. So it was. I left the stream maybe 2 minutes later because I was that agitated. I could not stay and figure out what the hell was going on. I get really frustrated and with stuff like that. I did go back at some point, and not because I was trying to go back to the stream, but in the midst of me doing things for our podcast on YouTube, I accidentally clicked the stream again, and there was music playing, but then it was like like an image of something and music playing, and then all you're seeing is the people commenting because it said something like, it either said legacy or it said legend. I think it was legacy. And the people in the comments were like, yep, this is the legacy he's leaving. And I was like, all right.
He
Now,
wasn't.
I
He
didn't
wasn't down
see
with that.
what, I don't know. No, I don't know what Kai Cenat saw exactly that frustrated him, but what I saw frustrated me. And Kai Cenat is a streamer. So what I'm going to say here is actually directed at Drake, but Drake, please. This is a PSA. This is a call to action. This is whatever you want to call it. Listen to the kids. Listen to them. He's the biggest streamer out there. Listen to him. He said it was crap. Call him up and ask him why. This is an
Right.
opportunity. This is an opportunity. I don't see this as anything else but an opportunity for Drake to course correct in the middle of the thing. Even though we know that these streams are not technically like live, right? Do we need to? Never mind. I won't tell you guys Santa Claus isn't real. But because I feel like people don't realize that they're being okie. Anyway, it's not an okie doke. It's just technology and where technology is. So take this as advice. Take what Kai Cenat said. Call him up. I'm sure your people have his people's number. Call him up and find out what went wrong. Find out what he didn't like, because chances are if he didn't like it, the kids didn't like it either.
Right.
Use it as an opportunity to course correct. If this is not working for some reason, or if that particular stream did not work for some reason, find out why and use it to your advantage that someone so big publicly said this was dumb and I would like to get my time back. Okay, find out why he wants to get his time back so that the next stream is better than the last one, because I was disgusted with the time I wasted. And I only wasted about 3 minutes. But I was like, could have put out this pod already that we needed to get out that night. Like, it just so many things. So many
Right.
things. I was just like, what is this? And again,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with it. And I think Kai is better equipped to tell Drake why than I am. So I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and shit on it and say, oh, he should have done this. I don't know what he should have done. I'm not tuning in
Right.
again. But there are people who are going to continue to tune in. There are people who probably follow Kai who are like, yeah, that was dumb. Find out from Kai why and try to fix it. That's the best advice I can give. And that's it. That's it for me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think Drake is playing a different game. I think Drake is putting himself in a new world, which is the streaming world. And I
Mm-hmm.
think there's going to be trial and error during that time.
Yeah.
Um, And I think Drake is making a lot of behind the scene moves where this will become relevant later. Because what I do know is one of the big things about streaming is retention. And so if you have an hour and a half of silence, but people stood for an hour and a half, then you can go to company A and say, listen, I had cats watching silence for an hour and a half. Here's how
Yeah,
many people were watching silence. And so I believe that Drake is really good at doing these behind the scenes things and making those types of moves. And maybe that's what this is about. I don't know the answer to that. I'm just saying that Drake has placed himself in streaming for a reason. And yes, I think that is great advice for him to speak to Kai, but not if Kai is going to view him as a peer. Because your peers may not always give you the best advice when it comes to competition. And
that's true.
so Drake is not the same as you. If you or me start streaming today, we're going to start with zero or very few
Yeah,
people joining us on the stream. Drake automatically starts way up there because of
of
who he
course.
is. And so the king of the hill is looking down at that and saying, okay, I see what you're doing. And so maybe Kai will be a friend. Maybe Kai will be a friend and give him some good advice. Or
Or
maybe
maybe
Kai
Kai
will
will
say,
charge.
hey, man. Or maybe
And
Kai
in
will
good
say,
faith,
get the
Drake
fuck
should
out
pay
my
him.
face. Oh, well, he should pay him. But I don't think that's what Kai would say. I think Kai would say, get the fuck out my face and figure it out like the rest of us did. Um,
Maybe. I
but
don't know.
Drake also has academics, who's his right hand man, right
Right.
hand, quote unquote. And so also someone who's big in streaming. So listen, I think Drake is going to have to figure out streaming in a couple of ways. One, how does he keep audiences there and entertained? He's got them there, but they don't seem like they're entertained based off what I've heard. Number two, how does he make his streams worthwhile for those who are not sticking around, like yourself? Number three,
Yeah.
the music piece that we already said. How are you going to be releasing this music? Are these things only for the streams and the Iceman stream series, or will they also be on some kind of project as well? And the last piece is, are you going to be, are you going to really be in streaming? Because if you are and you're in it for the long haul, then you got a lot of stuff to figure out there.
You think he's preparing for retirement?
No, I don't. No, not at all. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's pivoting. That's what I think. I think Drake has been looking
Retiring
at a
from
younger
music,
demo.
not from entertainment.
No, no, I don't. I know what you were asking. You were asking, is he retiring from music? No, I don't think he's retiring from music. I think he's going to pivot how he does music. Um, I don't think we have that answer yet, but I think this is a new way for him to market. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I think this is a new way for him to market. Thanks. And this is a new way for him to market, a new way for him to reach that younger audience he's been trying to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Because Drake is not really worried about the people his age at this point. It's been pretty clear if you listen to his sound the last couple of albums that he's trying to reach a younger demo, and the younger demo watches streams. So I think
Yeah.
this is his way of making it easier for himself to reach that audience. Right? It's
Okay.
like if I say I'm going
Yeah.
to put out a book, it's like if I say I want to do book readings, but I'm looking at stats and research and I see, well, the people who like book readings are at bookstores. Well, then I got to start going to bookstores, right? If I say I want to reach women ages 35 to 55 and those women are not watching book readings on live streams, well, then they're in bookstores. Okay, I got to go to local bookstores then. And I think Drake is kind of doing that, where he's seeing like, oh, the traditional marketing, quote unquote, is not
Mm-hmm.
really working over there in the way I would like. I'm not saying Drake is struggling to sell, just saying perhaps the way he was marketing is not reaching that demo. And now he knows,
Awesome.
oh, Kai has shown us, what'd you say?
The way.
Oh, Kai has shown us, right. Kai has shown us the young cats are over here. What's the other guy? A I don't know. There's a guy with an A. He's another big streamer that Kai knows or whatever. You know how a lot of the people been going on the streams? Some go to Kai, some go to this other guy. I forget his name, but
Only
his name
A I
starts with
know
an A.
is a
Anyway,
boogie with a hoodie.
that's not who we're talking about. But anyway, point being, I think he's seeing that the younger people are on the streams. And
Mhm.
so, okay, if I'm trying to reach those younger people and that's where they are, then let me start going over there.
Yeah, I hear that. I do.
Yeah. Certain places it's easier to market certain things than other places, right? Like OF, you see predominantly marketed on Twitter because that's where Twitter and Reddit probably. Those are the places that allow that type of stuff to fly free and people can get in where they fit in. It's going to
Right.
be hard to keep promoting your OF on your Facebook page or your Instagram page. Not to say you can't do it, but if there's more people on Twitter, if Twitter is where people are looking for those things and Reddit, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe you don't need to really bother with Instagram so much and Facebook.
No, that makes sense. I mean, that's understandable.